So traders, what's going on with gold, silver, and the mining sector right now? They're all having a really, the mining sector, especially gold mining sector down close to 4% on the mining sector today. Gold's down. Silver actually created an actual false breakout V top formation. So what's going on through there? I want to teach you something right now. I want to give the power back in your hands when it comes to that. Also, a bit of an update across the actual stock market. The stock market is getting ready for a big move. So that's what I want to share with you guys in today's video here. Traders, if you do need some help with your trading, I'm about to close down access to my private coaching program. Second link in the description, getjohnsop.com. You'll be able to see all the details over there. And it's application only. If you're interested, if you need some help this year, guys, if you are struggling, go apply for that. Now, let's actually start off with, I was looking at C today from an actual trading perspective here. Anyway, Citibank. Anyway, so let's actually start off with this here. So I want to start off with this level here to give you the power back in your hands, okay? So there's three main techniques that I'm always looking at when I'm looking at the markets here. So let's do this here, okay? Let's do this here. So let's actually start off with gold. I'll start off with gold and start off with silver, okay? So let's bring this up from a perspective of a chart here. Class is in session here. So remember, there is trend analysis, okay? And then there is the energy building and using phases. Two things I want you to think about here when looking at any market. I promise you, these two things will supercharge your understanding of markets, but also can expect to see what's likely to come next so you're prepared for it. So for example, what's happening with the mining sector and the gold drop today, you're not shocked by it. In fact, you were prepared for it. I want to share something with you here. So when we have a look at a trend in the markets here, okay? When we have a look at a trend in the markets, this works for any market. The market, through a trend, we have what? The market goes up, then it comes down, creates a higher low. Goes up, comes down, creates a higher low, and goes up, okay? So if we have a look at the phase, let's have a look at this here. So if we have a look at the phase of a bull market, there is two different phases, right? There is the energy using phase. So the energy using phase is the market's using energy to push the market in one direction. So for example, the trend is up in this example. So the market's using a lot of energy, right? They're buying it. They're using a lot of energy to buy this thing to the upside, okay? Then after a period of time, there's no exact time, but after we've done this energy using phase for quite some time, there's going to come a point when they run out of energy. They need to have a rest, right? You've been to the gym for 2 hours. Like today, I'm probably gonna have a big workout today myself, right? But after that, guess what's gonna come? I'm gonna go home, sit down, watch a movie, right? I need what? I need my energy building phase. So through the energy building phase in an upward trend, we have the energy using, then we have a point where the market's gonna probably drop a little bit. Doesn't mean it's change of trend. It just means it's probably gonna have a bit of a drop because now it needs to refuel to go through the next energy using phase. Then after the energy using phase, there comes a point in time where it's gonna stop and we're gonna go through an energy building phase. And then we're gonna finish there. And after energy building, we're gonna start to release the energy and start to go through an energy building phase. So this is what an upward trend does. And the reason why this is so important here is firstly, when the market's going down for a few weeks, or maybe this could be sometimes even a month, right? Depending on how, like this here could be 3 months of upward movement, and this could be 1 month of down movement, right? But all this is doing, as you can see, the increments, the details of an upward trend is what? Higher lows and higher lows. So as you can see, this is what the market does. Now this is where it gets really, really, really powerful for you guys. Remember, let's put the power back in your hand, so you can understand what's happening, not only what is happening, but what's likely to come next. And when that next starts to happen, what's happened with gold, silver, and the mining sector right now, You're not shocked, surprised, oh my goodness, what's going on? You're like, I was expecting this. So if you look at that, energy using, energy building. Now, why is that important? Because if, without looking at any chart right now, right, if the market starts to do this here, go up, 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 and the market's been doing this, right? And let's just call this, I don't know, whatever, 1 month, 2 months, whatever. And the market's, see, so the market's been going up through all these periods. See that through there? So the market's been using a lot of energy. And just say this was, say 1 month worth of upward movement through here, okay? So the market's doing that. So as this market's been using a lot of energy, what in the back of our mind are we now expecting? We're now probably expecting what? We've gone through an energy using phase and we've been using a lot of energy through all this time. So what's probably going to come real soon? We don't know when, but we can be alert to what? The energy building phase. And then the energy building phase sometimes is sideways and sometimes it's more like this here, right? And this here now is what? This here is the energy building phase. It comes down to do what? Oh, I just deleted everything. Do it again. Up, down. Let's try that again, right? Let's go through here again, right? So up, 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 up. Energy using, energy using, energy using. Okay, our market's going up, 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 up. Now in the back of our mind, how does markets work? We go through energy using phase. There's got to be an energy building phase come in, not a changing trend. The energy building phase. All right, we're gonna have a bit of a what's called a pullback because the trend is up. Now we need to go down for a bit to then refuel again, to then get going again, right? What is this? Up, down, higher, low, and then up again from there to there, right? So the energy, and then we go through what? This here is the energy building phase. So why is this so powerful? Because if we look at any market right now, two things. Firstly, if the market has been in an energy using phase, aka it's been going up, and now we've been going up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We know one, it's the wrong time to get into that market because we're probably going to go into what soon? The energy building phase. So we know it's the wrong time to get in the market. And secondly, we're actually expecting that energy building phase to start, whether it's a sideways phase or whether it's an actual slight little drop in the markets to then what? Which that drop in the market is then just creating a higher low. And then that's the reason why, for me personally, I always wait for this energy building phase first before I start to get involved with any market out there. Wait for the energy building phase first. So why is that so important? Well, let's go look at gold. Gold had a pretty strong down day today. Pretty strong down day today, right? And if I bring up, let me do this here. Right, yeah, I'll do that, right? So you can see the market's just been going sideways through it, and we had a pretty strong down day. Now, with what I just said there, look at this here. And this is where, guys, look at this here. So, upward trend, beautiful upward trend. Energy using phase, energy using phase, energy using phase, energy using phase, right? Then what comes? Energy building, energy building, energy building. See how the stair step, and this one here, actually was now a lot stronger, wasn't it? Now we went through a bit of a sideways phase through. So the purpose of this level through here is what has gold been doing now for the last 6 weeks? We've been doing what? An energy using phase, right? It's just been slowly going up. So what are we expecting to come soon? We're expecting the energy building phase. What does that mean? It's either going to be two things with this level here. It's either going to be sideways, or what may end up happening is we end up getting a drop to the downside. This is where your 50% Fibonacci retracement comes involved. And let me do this here. Right, this is where like from low to high, look at that, 50 to 60% level held, high, low. And away we go. Then low to the high point, less than 50%, that level there. Low to high point, less than 50%, right? So now what we can see is that, okay, we're getting a pullback. Where could the market actually potentially pull back to? Because we've been in the energy using phase for a while. And as we know how markets work, not what you want to happen. I mean, I'm bullish gold right now and it's going to get to 3,000. Now that still may happen, right? This can hold here. Doesn't mean the downtrend, doesn't mean the drop is going to start now. Like no one knows. But if it does start to happen, well, like I'll be waiting for you. But if this is the top if this is the top, and we're not going to get to 3,000, which by the way, I thought this had a good chance of getting to 3,000. Low to high. I know this might sound crazy, but if all this did was come down to here, that's still a 50% retracement. That is still very what? Up, down, and then potentially back up again. So we could be getting ready for a 4 or 5% drop at a gold, and it's now, and if that does happen over the next, say, couple of weeks, we're expecting it, right? It's like, now when it comes to these periods through here, sometimes they last, so for example, this one here lasted what? This one here was 22 bars, 26 days, almost 1 month of sideways movement. From there to there, that was 3 weeks. From there to there, that was 1 month. So as you can see, we can get this energy building phase, because we are in a very big strong upward trend in gold. It's not a changing trend, right? If you're going to say something as a change in trend, what is that? A down leg in the market is not a change in trend. Because what is a trend? Higher lows. Up, down. To create the higher low, we need that. Makes sense? So the reason why that's so important to where we are right now is if we go, that's actually gold through there. But if we go to the mining sector right now, what's happening with the mining sector? Let's bring it back to the technique I just told you, right? We've been going up all this time. The market's not just going to go straight up. And if it does, that's 10% of the time, and that ends up becoming a bubble, and then you lose everything anyway. You don't want that. So we've been going up since the start of this year. Very big, strong leg to the upside. So in the back of our minds, how markets work, what are we expecting soon? We don't know. Is it going to be today? We don't know if it's going to start today. But when we know that it's been going up for quite some time, energy using phase. So now we are now getting ready for what? The energy building phase. And what does that mean? We're either going to go sideways for a bit here, or either we're going to come back down here to around about the 50 to 60% level, get the moving average catch up, and then we can start to see an upward movement, right? That's for that level through there, and the same for the GDX as well too. Same thing here. So just two things, trend analysis and the energy using and building phases. We can start to see if the market does go down here. Yeah, I've been getting excited for that. Now, the reason why this is excited, because as I said, when the market goes through these phases, after the energy building phase, and say the energy building phase was like this here. After the energy building phase is over, energy building, the energy using phase, once that's been over, guess what comes next? The next energy using phase. Now, why is that important? As you can see, two things I'm teaching you here right now. Just two things. And it's everything to do with the market and not indicators and bullshit analysis. Right? Why am I saying that? Look at the Dow Jones. What sort of phase has the Dow Jones been in? We know it's in a big strong upward trend, so forget that. We've now what? Energy using. Why is gold going? Why did the Dow Jones go sideways for a month now? Oh my goodness, it's been. What phase are we in right now? Are we in the energy building phase? No. Are we in an energy using phase? No. Are we in an energy building phase? Yes. Why is that important? Because the energy building phase eventually is going to come to an end, and then we're going to go through an energy using phase, and typically the energy using phase is with the overall trend. So if we're looking at the Dow Jones right now as an example, it's been in an energy using phase, and because the market does that, it goes through energy using and then energy building and then energy using and then energy building, and after the energy building phase is been done, we typically go for another nice move, which is the what? Energy using, energy using, energy using. So the best time to look for a trade is what? Once we've built the energy to go for another move. Once we've built the energy. Why do you think I'm getting excited about the stock market right now? Because we're in an energy building phase and the overall big trend is to the upside. And so now you can see the reasons why by understanding two simple techniques. Trend analysis, what actually is a trend, and two, the energy building and using phases within that trend. And now we can get a good understanding of a probability of what's likely to come next. And what is that? Energy using, energy building. There's going to come a point in time when the market starts to use a lot of energy, or it's going to start to go through using energy phase like the Dow Jones. And when that happens, get ready for another nice move to come.